You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark and some numbers that have emerged off of last night's Now We Know record-setting performance. There are two different milestones that came out of this. Number one, she tied the WNBA rookie record for most three-pointers made in a game. She went 7 for 13 from downtown, long range, and she was knocking them out. She was shooting them from way out of D.C. last night. And the other thing that has emerged is her statistics for the first 12 games of her WNBA career. The other massive topic we're going to talk about, and we're going to get to reaction from this, is if I am NBC today, they own Peacock, they have USA Network, and they will be broadcasting the Paris Olympics. Caitlin Clark is not on the Team USA roster. And sports fans, basketball fans, fans of America, they're furious today. And if I own those networks, I am livid. I am burning down houses, metaphorically speaking, today. I'm furious that the number one draw currently in basketball, let's be honest, Caitlin Clark, is not on that Team USA roster. And Diana Taurasi and Brittney Griner are on there. Diana Taurasi is a dinosaur, and Brittney Griner has played one game this season, and it was last night. She has been injured all season. We'll get to reaction from that, too, because fans are dragging the Olympics to hell, and I've got a theory, so I'll show it to you. First player in WNBA history with 200 points and 75 assists to a player's first 12 games. And that may not even be the most impressive statistic from last night. This may be. And we talked about the attendance. It was the most attended WNBA game in 17 years. Listen to this. It's the first ever $1 million plus gate for the Washington Mystics in the history of their existence. And what that means, Angel Reese, as you got to be furious this morning, is that people paid up for the tickets for this game. Keep in mind, in the last 2 weeks, 10 days, Caitlin Clark was responsible for the largest gate in the history of the WNBA, New York Liberty, $2 million, and now the largest gate in the history of the Washington Mystics, most money made. That being said, to me, that plays right over into this. I mean, seriously, this is such a miss. And I've got a theory. As preparations continued for the United States women's basketball team at the 2024 Olympics, Indiana Fever rookie Caitlin Clark is unlikely to be included on the final roster. Per a report from The Athletic, Clark is expected to be left off the roster with head coach Cheryl Reeve and her staff favoring more veteran players. Okay, seriously. Quote, "You always want to grow up and be on the Olympic team, but lucky for me, I have the opportunity of possibly not doing that because I want to be at the Final Four and playing basketball with my team." That was on not making it to the camp invite that she got way back during the NC2A tournament, okay? Now, the 22-year-old is averaging 16.8 points on 37% shooting, 6.3 assists, 5.3 rebounds, and it goes on to talk about last night's game. Now, today, fans are furious over this, and I don't blame them. If you're sitting there wanting to watch Olympic basketball, you want the current face of women's basketball playing in the game. And now we are denied Caitlin Clark in that Team USA jersey. It's pathetic. But here's my theory. I think the coach purposely left her off. Remember, this is the coach that you see that headline on May 9th, just about a month ago, that put out a statement because she was pissed that Caitlin Clark was getting all this coverage in the league. I don't know. I made a couple of different videos on Cheryl Reeve, and they were big videos on this channel. Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve slams WNBA for excessive focus on Caitlin Carter. So she's just like Becky Hammon. She can't stand Caitlin Clark either. I mean, this league is made up of a bunch of players and coaches that ain't nothing but a bunch of haters. A bunch of haters. By the way, it should be noted, Caitlin Clark is white and straight. Cheryl Reeve is part of the LGBTQ elemental P community. I'm just throwing that out there because I think it's awfully wild. Some of these strays, and Diana Taurasi and Brittney Griner caught some strays last night over this decision, by the way. People are baffled by it. Seriously. But I think it's odd that the hate is coming from only black players and or members of the LGBTQ community on Caitlin Clark. So I have to wonder, is Cheryl Reeve the reason that Caitlin Clark didn't make this team? We obviously already know she's got animosity towards Caitlin Clark. You don't put out the kind of statement she put out about Clark getting this attention and not have an issue with her, period. So, Brittney Griner, Diana Taurasi are part of this team. Shams Charania of The Athletic put it out last night, and they revealed the 12 players. And this is the roster right here. You can't tell me there's no way in the world that, Griner, the dinosaur, Diana Taurasi, somebody that also can't stand Caitlin Clark. All of Caitlin's major haters are on this team. Asia Wilson, Diana Taurasi, Brittney Griner. I mean, they're all here. You're trying to tell me you can't leave off Jackie Young for Caitlin Clark? Really? Chelsea Gray? Absolutely nobody are tuning in for those two players. Really? For any of these other ones either. I mean, seriously. Fans, however, took issues specifically with Griner and Taurasi's inclusion. Griner only made her season debut for the Mercury on Friday after suffering a fractured toe. Brittney Griner hasn't played a game this season and made the team, but Caitlin didn't? Why is Brittney Griner up there? And people pointed out Diana Taurasi's age, and they were like, why is she on this roster and taking a spot from an up-and-coming player, the face of the WNBA? Taurasi definitely shouldn't be on this team. She's been horrible for a couple of years now. And Griner? I don't really have an issue keeping Caitlin Clark off the roster, but there's no way Chelsea Gray off of a torn Achilles and Diana Taurasi should be on that team if she couldn't make the cut. Another distractor said, how y'all keep putting Taurasi on this squad? She's got to have dirt on everybody. I know Taurasi is having a good year, but she's 20 years older than Caitlin and has a bunch of medals already. She's stealing a spot from someone who could be getting a great experience as the future of the team, a Clark supporter noted. I think it's a huge miss, and I think somewhere, we think Angel Reese is mad. Somewhere, executives involved with NBC, they're madder than hell today. They're madder than hell because that's poof, there goes your television ratings. Because Team USA with Caitlin Clark would have been a huge draw. With the rest of those players, it just gives the WNBA more eyes on their, supposed to be their stars. and Caitlin Clark's left off the team. Now, there may be one light at the end of the tunnel about all this. Caitlin Clark came right out of a deep run in the NC2As into a brutal schedule in the WNBA, and she is in desperate need of time off and to be able to rest, right? So it may be a good thing for the WNBA part of her career, her professional career, not to be on this team. All right? But I just can't imagine, and I can't even believe that she's left off the squad. I thought surely they understand that this. If I'm Kathy Engelbert, I'm very frustrated today that she is not on Team USA. But you got a communist like Brittney Griner on that team. Yeah, I said it. I don't know why you think I'm not patriotic. Really? Why don't you kneel again? God. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.